Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and today we are going to be talking about some Workhorse Stock news. Remember to like this video right now, subscribe if you are new, if you are already subscribed, thank you so much. All articles will be linked in the description because we are going to be revealing more information on Workhorse Group's fraud allegations, how the USPS contract could be announced next week, and hopes for more stimulus checks, which will boost the stock market, including Workhorse's stock price. As most of you know, on Thursday, a research firm came out with allegations against Workhorse because apparently Workhorse is misleading investors to inflate their own WKHS stock prices. The allegations from this research firm were collected in a report which says this: Workhorse rolled a USPS prototype truck down a hill accidentally after their parking brake failed, causing a union worker to be hospitalized after jumping out of the runaway vehicle. First off, how do you accidentally roll a vehicle down a hill with a driver in it when the brake doesn't work, specifically the parking brake? A parking brake is different from the actual brakes of the vehicle, which means that they could have stopped when they were rolling down the hill. Secondly, if this is an unnamed union worker and he was injured, we should be able to identify this person or the hospital that he went for care. Thirdly, how did this research firm know this even happened unless they were either present or a Workhorse employee leaked this information? These statements create more questions than they answer. Now, this story is very similar to the allegations that were brought against Nikola Motors, ticker symbol NKLA, to where the founder of Workhorse and current CEO of Lordstown Motors, Steve Burns, is being directly compared to Nikola Motors founder Trevor Milton. This also has to do with the US Postal Service contract that Workhorse is trying to win, which will be announced before the end of the year, and could be announced much sooner, but we will get more into the USPS contract later in this video. The research firm says that Workhorse Group does not have the ability, machinery, or engineering ingenuity to fulfill the USPS contract. Some of you might think that Workhorse has the Lordstown plant in Ohio that they can use to build these United States Postal Service vehicles, which is one of the largest vehicle manufacturing plants in the USA. But actually, Workhorse's affiliate Lordstown Motors owns that plant and bought it from GM, not Workhorse, so those two companies will have to figure that out. Further in the allegations report, the firm says that Workhorse's old USPS contract partner, VT Hackney, said that Workhorse would not be awarded the USPS contract, so they quit working with Workhorse. I have a hard time believing this because it seems like a quote as powerful as that would have had more news coverage when VT Hackney originally left Workhorse earlier in the USPS contract race. The allegations report also says that Workhorse's prototype NGDV had problems with their suspension, safety belts, door failures, which ended up injuring an employee, which caused VT Hackney to exit their deal with Workhorse. I wish VT Hackney would speak up on this matter because they have the power to clear the air if what is being said against Workhorse is false. The allegation report continues saying if Workhorse does get this USPS contract, then Lordstown Motors will be the primary beneficiary according to the firm because they have the plant that can meet the production requirements, which will put Lordstown Motors in a great position. But I think this report is contradicting itself here because at first it says that Workhorse will not get the USPS contract and how the Lordstown Motors CEO is a fraud like Trevor Milton, but now they are saying if Workhorse does get the USPS contract, then Lordstown Motors will be the beneficiary. A quick side note, Lordstown Motors will complete its reverse merger with Diamond Peak Holdings on October 22nd and will be changed from the ticker symbol DPHC to RIDE, R-I-D-E, which will cause Workhorse stock to rise initially. Back to the allegations report now. Supposedly, the United Parcel Service has removed Workhorse's name from all of their literature and contracts and will not conduct further business with Workhorse. This is another very odd allegation because the whole point of having a contract is so that this does not happen, and there was never even a contract with the United Parcel Service to begin with. There was only a non-binding letter of intent. Supposedly, the research firm sent out investigators to Workhorse's facilities, and they did not see any security, automation, assembly lines, or intellectual property, only a couple of prototypes with a couple of employees who said that no orders have been fulfilled as of yet. Again, these are very strong allegations against Workhorse, and they can be disproven in a multitude of ways if Workhorse speaks out against this, but I wonder why they have not responded yet. I wonder what the delay is. Until solid evidence is presented or statements come out by Workhorse Group, the USPS, VT Hackney, or the United Parcel Service, just hold tight because nothing has been proven or disproven as of yet. Plus, Workhorse has a fighting chance of winning the USPS contract, along with the potential of future partnerships with UPS, Ryder, FedEx, and maybe Amazon, but Amazon already has a contract with Rivian, so we will have to wait and see. As a reminder, Workhorse is not a favorite to win the USPS contract by most investors, but they are the only fully electric company in the running, so fingers crossed. Workhorse stock price might increase soon as Donald Trump talks about stimulus checks, which could raise the whole stock market, although Republicans are hesitant for another stimulus because it will add to the country's debt. Simply talking about stimulus will cause excitement in the stock market to a degree. More good news for Workhorse is that Workhorse is owned by many companies, one of which is doubling down on Workhorse winning the United States Postal Service contract, including ARK Investing. The company is named Roth Capital. The fact that all of these companies are doubling down on Workhorse stock and purchasing more Workhorse stock is in direct contradiction to all of these allegations that have yet to be proven by this research firm. The author of this article also thinks that the USPS contract winners will be announced as soon as next week, but I personally would doubt that prediction. But what do you all think? Comment down below your thoughts on when the United States Postal Service contract will be announced. Thank you all so much for making it to the end of this video. Like the video if you have not already, subscribe if you are new, and I will see all of you in the next YT video.
Money.